Hello everybody, hope mko poa. Yeah, so this is just a random video. Yani, I've just thought of something and then I've picked my camera. Yeah, so is that better? I think that's better. Yeah, so something has been exciting me, by the way, and you see, when you pray for something about your business, expect things to happen. You know, it's never in vain. It's never in vain, by the way. So let me give you a story. Last year, I started my business, my physical business in May last year, and I have always desired to. Let me just put my camera. My mic properly. Yeah, so I've always desired to have like having influencers promote my business. That was my desire last year, but you know, my business was very small, and then like for you to get an influencer, sometimes you have to pay for them. Not sometimes, you have to pay. Number two, you can either pay, or some can, like, you can give them items for free, and then maybe they can mention you on their stories and all that. So I, being on this space, I really wanted to use other influencers to promote my business, because I found it like it was working for most of the businesses around me. So I tried like so like if you follow someone on Instagram, you try to inbox them. I tried to inbox so many that I know. Like I tell them that time, like I wouldn't be able to pay someone to promote my business. Like I was not at that space, like that position to pay. So I used to inbox them. So I used to tell them, I want to give you some products as a PR package, and I request you to maybe mention me in your Insta stories and all that. And I was like prepared, and I used to pick some of the best products from my shop. Then I decided this is what I'm going to give, this and this. And then I didn't like inbox anyone. You know, influencers, they have their space. So if someone is not dealing with let's say decor, they might not be able to help you. Not that they don't want, but because that's not their space. Yeah, so I used mostly to inbox these people who do decor, general things, people who do general things about households. So I knew those are the type of people who can accept my call. Yeah, so I tried, guys. I tried. Like, no one who was replying to my messages. I don't know why, by the way. And I was so hurt, and not hurt. I felt like, what happens in this space? And actually, as I was starting Bold and Defiant, I told myself, since Bold and Defiant is all about businesses and starting businesses, one thing I told myself is I'm looking to the point where this channel will grow, and I will be able to promote other small businesses like I was for free. Like I dedicated this channel to that. So that's what I actually want to do. So please subscribe if you haven't, because I want to help young entrepreneurs who are coming up like me in promoting their products out here through YouTube and through Instagram. So I gave up, by the way. That time I just decided, I gave up. So at the beginning of this year, now 2022, when you're like praying for the things you want God to do for you, that was one. I told God, last year I tried on myself to look for these people, and they were nowhere to be found. Like I think no one who responded to that. And I told God, this time I'm not going to do it in your own way. Bring them my way. I'm not going to inbox them. I'm not going to call them or do any effort. I think I tried by myself, and it didn't work. So I trusted God, and I told God, just do it. And I'm telling you, between January and right now we're in March, hey, I've received so many influencers like coming to my shop to shop, they do videos from my shop. Others inbox me, I send goods to them. I don't know how, by the way, but sometimes I even like, I'm like, you, like someone comes in the shop and I'm like, yeah, I know you. You know, because it also surprises me every day. And imagine God is doing it. Like, I'm so surprised how like me, I tried it didn't work, but when I told God to just do it for me, He's doing it for me, and I'm so grateful. And I'm looking forward to working with most of them, and so that we promote even other people's businesses. But if I can even get a few like we can work together in promoting young businesses, I'm looking to such a partnership with someone. I don't know. Yeah, so please, if you're a young entrepreneur out there, make sure you subscribe to this channel, share it, let it grow, and I can assure you I'll help us grow. So that is one of the story. I have another story, but I'll tell you later in the day. Yeah, so yeah. Hey. That's perfect. So how are you guys? So it's much later in the day, and please ignore the sound of the kids. I'll just close the windows to avoid a lot of noise. Yeah, so people, hope you're well. It's actually in the evening now. I've just dropped home. I'm now heading to the gym. Yeah, so let me continue with my story number 2. So these are just random stories that have that when I remember, I remember the goodness of God in my business. Okay, yeah, so when I started, I was basically doing online only. So I was actually operating from home 100%. The lighting is not very, but bear with me. So I was operating from home full time. Then, like, I would do deliveries from where I stay to all over. Like, I used to do the deliveries myself. Okay, business is it's a step by step. It's a journey. It's a journey. When I remember where I've come from, like the efforts I used to put, I remember that there is every hard work pays, you know, and you can't huwezi vuna mahali hujapanda, you know. That's what I always remember. So what happened is during that time I had one dream to have a physical place, because it was tiresome. Imagine doing deliveries all over Nairobi by yourself, you know. Like, I would carry all the deliveries I had per day, and maybe I go to Ruaka, I go to Moja, like using matatus. By the end of the day, I'm so tired. I'm just done, you know. So, and again, there are people who have trust issues. So I used to lose a lot of business when someone would inbox me and then they ask for my physical place and I tell them I don't have. So what they will do, they just shut, and I used to lose business like that. So it was hard. So I just had the desire to have a physical place, and it was a dream, you know. So this one day, I started doing research. Like, you see, the way you just have a desire, but you don't know how you'll get there. So I had this desire to have a place in town, CBD. That was my first place I wanted to open, my first business. So my first location. So I used to go around town. I inquire. Then I used to be told, like when I compare the prices they were giving me by that time, I used to feel like, no, this is not something that I can manage by like it was too much, you know. But I didn't lose hope. Actually, I used to go, and I just do my research. So one day, I saw this we had seen, me and my husband, we had seen this mall being advertised by Betty Kialo, and I used to tell my hubby to pass by there and check for me, but he had never done it. So this particular day we were actually, I think it was on a Saturday. It was on a Saturday. We had no, it was on a weekday, because at that time we had actually tested positive for COVID. So we were on my hubby was on leave, so we were just free. So this day we decided to just go and check how town was, and check like that mall. So but while in town, we thought we can pass by someone's shop, that someone we know, a family member actually that we know, and we know they have a shop in town. So we just wanted to go and ask the possibility of running a business in town. You know, someone who has been in town can tell you, someone who has been somewhere before can tell you what to expect and what not to expect, you know. So we thought, let us pass by her shop. So we went, and for her, she sells, let me not say, so she told us that business is hard, like opening a shop is hard, because that time COVID was so real, and most people actually had closed their businesses. And these kids are so noisy. Most people had closed their businesses, you know. So actually it was very true, because even that mall, the mall she was in, most shops were empty, and most malls in town, shops were empty. I think people had closed. So she told us we don't dare, because we lose money. You know, we have to pay deposits, we have to pay all that. We lose money. Right now there's no business. So that was the fear. And we felt discouraged. Actually, personally, I felt like this thing is not doable. Like, I felt it's done. I'm not going even to think about opening a physical shop. I'm done. So when we walked out of that shop, my hubby told me, no, let's just go and check the mall you were supposed to go. Let's just go and check. Even if we are not booking, let's just go and check how it is, where it is. And if one day we will get an opportunity, we will open our shop. So we just went there. Ile tu kupita, you see, passing time, because that's what we had gone to do. So we were just like let's just pass time. So we went to the mall. The mall was it's the time that people had started to book and to open shops. It's now the mall I'm currently in. So we go, ground floor is, you know, ground floor for that mall, ground floor icon, what is it called, the amount you pay, what a deposit, what is it called, I forgot that name. I forgot. So then the first floor was fully occupied. So we went to second floor, it was just some shops were booked, but it was not occupied. So we looked at it and we told ourselves, no, like, let's just do this. So from what we had been told and believed, we decided to go vice versa, and we said, can we just trust our God because he had convicted us to go there, you know. I don't know, he had just, especially me, before I was so convicted that I need a shop. So we went, we inquired, we talked to the office, they took us to the available shops, how much it was, and we said we want to take this one. That's where the journey started. I'm telling you, let me tell you, people, you see, a step of faith, that's what God needs. Because that time, because we are saying we want to book a shop, we didn't have that money. Because, you know, for you to book a shop, we needed 3 months deposit and rent. So that was like 4 months rent. So it was adding up to amount yenyewe. And then kuna sijui agent fee, cleaning fee, like there was just a lot, you know. Wow, we got confused, but we said no. Can we trust God one more time? We said we will. We just talked to ourselves there, and we said we will. So what we did, we went, we didn't book that day, so we went back home. We thought about it again and we said we are doing it. So we went the following day. Imagine, we went with 20k. Well, we booked with 20k, not knowing where the rest of the amount will come from. But and the person who was responsible for the payment told us, you people, in case you're not able to pay, just know that this 20k will not go back. Just be aware. So it's either you don't pay it or you pay it, and if you don't finish paying, you don't expect it back. That was hard, but we said we can trust God one more time. So we paid the 20k, and now we went home worried. But we just remembered we had, like, after we remembered the same day, we actually remembered we had some saving somewhere, another business we had saved our money in, and we were like, we can get this amount and finish paying. When we were saving in that other business, we didn't know that it was just God. It was just God plan for that money to stay there until this time. Like, we were just saving money. We were just saving money there innocently. So we had some good money in that other business. Actually, it was not even our business. It was someone else's business we had invested in the hope that that business will do well. But that business, we reached a point when we were like, this is not our type of business, and we wanted our money back, and we got our money back. And that's the money we used to pay for this shop. And that's how it started. So in May, we opened our shop. I don't know. I don't know whether I'll get the photos of how it all started and just show you guys, because step of faith. I want to tell you that if you have a dream, God listens. Because I remember that time I used to pray, and remember we had been told it's COVID time, businesses are doing bad. But I'm telling you, immediately we opened, guys, I got clients. Like, my shop used to flow. I used to sell out. My shelves were empty. Then remember that time I didn't have like a lot of stock. I didn't have that much capital. So I used to sell, and my shelves are now empty. You know, the favor of the Lord. Like, season didn't prevent God from blessing or bringing clients. It was just amazing. Like, and from that time, I just thought that God is not a God of seasons. No matter how the economic situation is right now, guys, we can still prosper. We can still make it. Don't look at the fuel prices. Don't look at the food prices. The elections. You know, right now, everyone is telling you, no, don't open another business. The elections cause us the issue. Me, I'm telling you, I know my God is not limited. I know my God can still bless me. So right now, I want to open another branch by the grace of God. And that I will tell you in details when everything is in order. Because I don't want to say that because of the bad economic situations, no, my God is greater than that. And I want to encourage you to trust Him. You know, you see that heart desire that you have, no matter, even if you don't know how you will get there, just keep on. Like, can you just trust this God? Imagine He is able to do it, and even exceeding abundance. Like the space I am in right now, imagine I've been wanted to take another space where I am adjacent shop, because my shop is small, to just expand the shop, but seen as like no one who is moving around there. Like, you know, that's how God is. Like, He shows you He's not limited. He can still bless you. So that is my story number 2. So my story number 3 is coming in a few. Let me go. I think I'll first get to the gym, and then I pack, then I tell you the third story to just encourage you. Yeah, so let's get there. Hi people. So I was not able to continue with this video yesterday. I got late, and so I've decided to finish with my last story now, and then we close the video for today. Yeah, so hope you're well. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Bold and Defiant. Please subscribe and support this channel. Yeah, so my story number 3, number 3 and the last one for today. So the reason why I decided to share this story is it's just to encourage you who is starting a business, or who, like, you are confused or something, or you've been trusting God for something, you're not sure about it. I'm here to just tell you that God is faithful, yeah, and I'm not ashamed of saying that, because he's done it for me. So 2020 sorry 2020, when COVID came, March, was it March? Yeah, it was March, but I think the lockdowns started in April, if I'm not wrong. So that time, if you followed me for long, I was doing tours and travel. So when everything shut down, the airports, the hotels, so tours and travel my tours and travel company was shut down as well. So I was just jobless. It got to a point, and I was feeling even depressed. Like, imagine you had a business, but now it's crashed. Nothing, like, there's nothing that was happening, and I was so like, I don't know. And then me, I'm the type who didn't want employment, like to be employed. So I was struggling deep inside. I was now home the whole time doing nothing. It was hard, I can tell you, it was hard. So during this time, I had not thought of this other business that I'm doing now. My mind was just flat, and I was now thinking, when will this COVID end, so that I go back to my business. But it took longer. We thought in 3 months it will be done. It wasn't. So it got to a point, and I told myself, now I have to rethink and do something. So after staying at home, and I'm bored, I'm getting depressed, I thought maybe I can look for a job. So I talked to one of my brother who owns an engineering firm, and I told him, can I come and just help you out with what you want me to help out? I'm not an engineer, but I can help somewhere, maybe in accounts. And so, since he's a brother, he said, well, come. So that's when I went, and I started working there. So it was really hard. I'm not used to working for someone. I'm not used to 8 to 5 job. It was really hard, but since I didn't have something to do, I had to push myself every day to go. And then, it was that time of COVID. Most people had lost jobs. So I really took it as an advantage for me that I still have an opportunity for me to work. So it's during that time that the idea of this business that I'm doing now came in. So this is how it came in, and I want to show you how God uses different journeys in our lives to bring us to our destiny. When I went there, I found it's an engineering firm, so they make machines for all the machines. So there's a machine they were making for making fibers, the fibers we use in our pillows. So I was very interested. I was like, and then how they were doing it, they were getting the fur from sheep. If you know sheep, unaona hiyo manyoya ya mbuzi. So from where I come from, my village, we have those sheep, and we have people who come and cut those is it called fur? Hiyo manyoya yake, they cut it, and then they process it, and then it becomes fiber. That's actually the real fiber. So I found out that that's the machine they were making. So they were coming with those manyoya and all that. So I was very interested, because long enough I didn't know that when people come to our village to kunyoa mbuzi zetu, I didn't know where they are taking these things, but now I can see. So it was kind of very interesting to see how the whole process happens. I was so interested. Like, I was so interested in that thing, until I was like, what if since I know my village, I know My dad can connect me with other villagers. What if I request my brother to make for me this machine, and then I'll be getting the manyoyas from my village, and then I make fiber and then I sell. That's where the whole thing, guys, started. Like, I didn't know how God would connect me in that and a direction like, hey. So now making that machine was very expensive. It's not something that you can just make for me. It requires materials that are quite expensive. So it was not something that will happen up. It's something that I had to save for long, and it is a process. But my brother told me the woman she was making for that machine sells fiber. And of course, she sells the real fiber and all that. And so I told myself, what if I can be getting those fibers from her and then I sell? So kidogo I'm thinking, what if I can then during that same time, when the whole thing is happening, I was decorating my house. I was in the process of bringing things together in my house. Actually, I had just gotten married, so I was in that process of decorating my house, bringing in new things. So at that time, I started to shop for pillows. So there's a shop I used to go just near my home. They used to sell pillows, but I didn't like the quality of the pillow. But I had no other option. So I used to buy those pillows. Then I didn't like the quality, so I used to buy like two. Then I from the two I make one. You get the point? So that it's well filled and puffed, and so. But that was very expensive. So at that point I was like, and remember you're buying that pillow, so you buy two, you to make one, because the fiber that was in that pillow was very little. So I was so disappointed. So during the whole process of thinking of selling fiber, I was like, I can first buy little fiber and make for my pillows for my own home. I didn't know how to go about it, but I was like, if I have a fiber, I think I can naweza jishonea na sindano, you know. So that's where it all started. And I didn't actually get fiber from the woman, because for her she sells in wholesale, and at that time I was not able to get in wholesale. So I needed somewhere I could buy just like 2 kg of it. That's what I could afford. So I got somewhere else. I did my own pillows, and they were really nice. Like, I really loved the quality I made. And I remember me like saying, what if I be making these pillows for someone like me who is looking for something quality? And that's where my business started, JSmart. Like, from I thinking about making my own machine for fiber to now a whole business by itself, you know. So the reason why I decided to share this video is to just show you, like, God can place you somewhere with a reason and a purpose. You know, sometimes we are not where we want to be. God has placed you in somewhere you're just complaining, or you're not sure about it, but He always has a reason. Like what the Bible says, like, I have a good plan for you. Like, imagine that word is very true. Like, God can place you just somewhere for a reason, like to help you get to the next level. Maybe He has placed you there to meet with someone that will change your destiny, you know. Like, things will just fall in place with time. So what I want to encourage you is, as long as you're trusting in this God, just know that it's possible. He's with you. He knows your desires, and that's all I wanted to share in this video. By the way, the stories I have, those stories are my stories of hope to you, and to just tell you that God is there. He listens to your heart desires. He's faithful to your desires, and be assured, but in a time, in a short time, long time, that time, God's time, things will fall in place. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you've been encouraged. Yeah, so subscribe if you haven't, share this channel. Yeah, and God bless you. Bye.